What's up, mobile gamers? It's Johnzer Gigs back with another Black Clover Mobile video. Super excited for this one. Unfortunately, I can't really get it to record on my laptop, so we're just going to do it over my mobile phone. I got literally just screenshots in my gallery for like all my pictures and stuff. So sorry if it's not like the best visual quality, but what we're really here for is the information we're going to be talking about, and that is the dupe system and the bond system. So most gachas have a duplicate system where in order to level up a character, you have to pull from banners and get multiple duplicates of that character. So if I have Asta, I can't level him up unless I pull him multiple times in a banner, and then I can level him up, right? That's one of the things I hate about gacha games. I'll be honest, I don't even like gacha games in general, but this is Black Clover we're talking about, so it kind of gets a pass for me just because I'm a fan. Now, in most gacha games, you have to pull for dupes, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that way for Black Clover, so I wanted to kind of talk about it for you guys, give you a rundown of what it's going to be like, and take into account when you watch this video, I have not played the beta, so if I say something that's completely wrong, just let me know in the comments or ignore what I say. You know what I mean? So overall, really excited. So I'll just read this out for you guys because it is kind of small to read if you guys don't have like a big phone screen or anything. So it says, have you heard? You might have already. The bond system in Black Clover Mobile gives you rewards and rank up material as you develop connections with your faves. Play with them, gift them, and raise your bond to earn free rewards to power up your squad with. This is super awesome. I'll talk about all of this in the next few seconds here, but what I really want to talk about is the gift them part. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you have played the beta because I haven't. I'm not sure if that means we'll be able to literally give those to our friends. So let's say I pull, I'm like a whale, right? And I pull a bunch of Asta dupes and I don't need any of them. You know, I don't need the dupes or I don't need the dupes that you get with the bond system. I can gift them to a friend. I'm really hoping that's in there. That'd be super, super cool. Just for people that don't spend money, they can have some of their friends that maybe have spent a couple dollars here and there, give them some duplicates that might help them level up their characters. But you won't actually need them, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. That is the only thing I'm not for sure about in this video, is the gift them part. But maybe it's just talking about using those bond duplicates for the character and it's gifting them because you're leveling them up or something. So that could also be what it means. Anyways, so we're going to go over this here. Obviously, it tells you you get rewards and then you get rank up material as you develop connections with your faves. So you can actually level up your characters, your Magic Knights, from getting duplicates, which is really, really cool. We'll start off. I have them in a stupid order. So we're actually going to start here and then we'll go right and then we'll go left for the pictures. So this is level 1, and what you can see there, it's got like a little crystal with the face in it, and then it's got a check mark, which means the check mark means you've received it, obviously, and then it doesn't have the check mark if it's incomplete. And there is going to be 10 levels. I guess max is technically 10, so I'm saying 10. Anyways, the levels that you have each give you a dupe, so that means that you can get them all the way to the highest level if they're SSR, which that is really, really cool. I know that one thing they were talking about is the SR legends or the heroes or whatever. They're not necessarily as good, even though some of them are a little bit better in SSRs in some cases. For the most part, SSRs is the way you want to go. So the dupes allow you to do that. So if you have an R or an SR that you want to level up, you'll have to pull at probably at least a few dupes in order to actually level them up to the same area you would in SSR just by playing them. And this is awesome. This is super cool. What I always hate in gachas and in most mobile games is if you have a hero, you use them, but it doesn't really level them up and make them stronger. And usually that level up system is separate. So to have it be included means that if you play with those characters, you're going to make them better. And it really provides incentive for you to try out all of your heroes instead of oh, I'm going to get Asta, I'm going to get the dupes, and then I'm going to level them all the way up, and I'm never going to touch him because somebody that's better is going to come out eventually. That's what I don't like about gachas and their leveling systems in general. So I'm really excited for this. And you guys know me, if you've seen my channel, I always use all the heroes, all the legends, all the magic knights, whatever you want to call them. I always use them all. That's kind of how I am. And it's Black Clover, so there's no way I'm not gonna have a bunch of R's that I'm trying to level up, like Sister Lily and stuff like that, because it's just gonna make for good content. And I love most of the characters in Black Clover. So you have these first couple of levels here. All of them have that level up duplicate that you need, and then you can see here. It's kind of hard to see, but number 3. We'll see if we can zoom in here. It has actually a different ward. Now, because I haven't played the beta, I actually don't know what that is. And I didn't want to be like, oh, it's this. And then you guys are like, that's not what it is. So let me know down in the comments what it is, because I honestly don't remember. But then you get into this, which is super cool. I don't know if you can see it very well. This is Nozel, and he gets a costume. I think putting costumes in is going to be super cool. It'll be a great way to actually make it worthwhile, because sure, you want a strong hero, but if you can get a costume for them too, I mean, you got to be joking. I'm not even sure if they're going to do this, right? Because it's not necessarily a sound business move, because gachas use duplicates to earn more money. But I'll just be honest, in my personal opinion, I don't know why you wouldn't do this. It's going to keep longevity for the game. It's going to make getting heroes a much more worthwhile investment for the player. And having to spend money for duplicates so you can level up a hero is just stupid. I know that is the main reason why I'm always just not even playing any gachas, because I don't like it. I don't want to just keep spending money and blah, blah, blah. I'd rather just not give them my money at all and never spend a dime on the game. But if they do it this way, I will spend money to get a hero and then level them up on my own time. So if they just make the rates if they make the rates not very good for certain heroes and certain magic knights, then I could see that working in their favor, where, okay, it might be hard to get them, but once you have them, it's free to play friendly and you can use them. So if you get lucky, then it incentivizes you to maybe try to get lucky a few times to get the magic knight you want, and then you're good. So I kind of think that would be pretty helpful, and I think it's a pretty sound business decision as well, because most games do not succeed because of this gacha aspect, and to remove that at least somewhat, and maybe even entirely, is going to make this game popular just because I can pick somebody, and once I pull them, I can level them up for free. Honestly, I think that's a way better business decision, and it's going to get a lot more people coming about Clover, because they're going to be like, it's a gacha game, I don't want that. And then I can be like, well, it might be a gacha game, but once you get that character, you'll be like, gotcha, and you'll have the ability to level them up. So I think it's better, personally. You guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm hoping this is what they do. I'm hoping they keep it and they're not super crazy about the gacha aspect, because that's the last thing we need, is them going overboard with gacha mechanics, and then the game dies the same way Phantom Knights did. And that's exactly why Phantom Knights ended, is because not only was it not profitable, but that was also because they made it way too monetized. You had to spend money to do anything in that game, pretty much. It was really difficult for me. Kind of some personal information here. When I got Black Clover Phantom Knights, that was the first game I ever spent money on, like on a phone or on Xbox or whatever you want to say. That was the first game I spent money on, and I only spent $20. And I remember that even though I got Mimosa in her wedding outfit, I felt kind of ripped off. I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have spent that money. It's just a character in a game. And it literally turned me away from gachas almost immediately. The only reason I'm even giving them a chance right now is A, it's Black Clover. B, it's made by Vic Studios, who makes the best mobile game so far, which is Grand Cross. And then C, it looks like they're not going to go full gacha mode. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is keeping you guys around. But last topic I want to talk about is how the leveling up actually works. So you get those duplicates, right? And each of those levels is going to be one of those clover leaves. Interesting they had 4. I think this is a great way to keep that going in the theme of Black Clover, right? Because you have mages, and the stronger they are, the more clover leaves they have. And that is super cool that they actually incorporated that into making somebody stronger. So you don't see any LR heroes. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming that is the top. I know it is, but I'm assuming most people in the beta didn't bother getting anybody to LR because they only had a week. Um, and I honestly, I had some classes and stuff, so I wasn't able to do that. But the clover leaves, right? You get one clover leaf, two clover leaf, three, and then at four, it can be leveled up to UR, whoever you're playing right now. It's Nozel Silva, and he is a UR right now, and then this person has the ability to bring him up to LR. So you can see that SSRs will basically, you'll be able to bring them to the highest level and fully level them to level 100. You can see underneath the LR, it says 80 of 100, and then this is their next level up point to bring Nozel to LR. And actually, the stats are really cool. You can see that just the HP goes up 11,000. These stat jumps are insane. I mean, it's some of the best stat jumps I've seen in gotchas. It feels like when I level up somebody in gotcha, or like, so for instance, like Star Rail, right? You don't really see that big of a jump, and it almost feels like you're leveling them up is not really worth it. So I'm really glad to see this. We're obviously going to be playing tons of Nozel, but I like that you can actually see where your heroes are on those clover leaves, and that's really cool. And the fact that you can do it for free once you get the mage is awesome, because you know me, I love free. I'm sure all of you guys love free stuff. And the fact that you can level up an SSR all the way to the top, right? Because you're going to want to run a full squad of LRs for most of your stuff. But SSR is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, because you can level them up just by getting them in general and playing with them. So you can see here, it's kind of difficult to see, but William Vengeance has one clover, right? And so that is where he's at on his SSR clover path. So I like that they actually included that. And it's not just like, oh, you got a clover leaf, level him up. You know what I mean? I think that the fact that they actually include it into the leveling system is really cool. You can see Noelle, she's fully leveled and ready to be moved to SSR. And then if you just have another dupe or a couple dupes or however much it costs, right, to go from one level to another, then you can pull dupes of the SRs and get them to that LR level, and those are going to have a higher drop rate. So they really made it where all of your mages are going to be able to be LRs, except for maybe some that you just don't play with because they suck or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if you get Sally and you're like, I hate Sally, I'm not even going to play her, then she's obviously not going to be leveled up. But I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter and just kind of talk about the bond system, because it's something I'm really excited for, and I think it can turn the gotcha system on its head and make this one of the most popular quote-unquote gotcha games that you've ever seen, because you don't have to buy a bunch of banners in order to get dupes, in order to level up a hero, where you just feel like you're wasting your money, and it turns around a majority of the player base. Obviously, you'll have whales who they're like, oh, I don't even want to use Nozel. I want to level him up right away and then use him when he's at LR. And they might actually go dupe, 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 and level him up like that from paying for the game. You know what I mean? So your whales still have the option to do that and make content on it, or have the strongest characters right away, and then that is an incentive for them. So it doesn't get rid of the whales to do this, and that's probably the only downside I could think of that people might say about this is, oh well, all these people that are spending money on the game aren't going to want to. And the answer is, if you want to spend money on the game, you're going to spend money on the game. If I have a bunch of cash in my pocket and I want Nozel to be an LR right away, I'll just spend the extra money, pull him a bunch, and level him up right away so I can drop a YouTube video or show my friends or whatever and get that costume for him later or something like that. So the bond system is going to be super, super awesome. I cannot wait for this. I hope they don't change anything about it, because honestly, it is super cool. And I'd imagine with the SRs and the regular Rs, you're going to see a lot of people that just get those dupes naturally. And all these SR and SSRs are going to be a lot easier to level up. And so it really will make every character useful, at least in some capacity. I know some people, they have like the meta or whatever, but like I said in the last video, I don't really care too much about meta. So really excited for the dupe system. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I think this is going to be a game changer for gacha games and for Black Clover Mobile in general. I think it's going to be super, super awesome, and I can't wait to actually be able to pull somebody, level them up, and have them actually be strong and worthwhile without spending a ton of cash. So I'm hoping that's what they do. And then in the banners, they do like a special summon that just has like not very good odds. And so that's what people spend the money on, is to get the character, not necessarily to get a character who's just kind of basic and then you have to pull for dupes. So I think it's going to be very healthy for the game, and especially it's going to be very good for keeping that player base. So make sure you guys drop a sub. We're going to be having a lot more content on Black Clover. I'm really excited, and we'll see you guys in the next one.